The Jay-Z situation being involved with Diddy just took a drastic turn as he has been accused via a civil lawsuit of SAing a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs, to which he has also responded with very, very quickly, which has, added a bit of weight to his argument, in my honest opinion. But let's go through this, first things first. So, Jay-Z, the star rapper and entrepreneur whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused of in a lawsuit Sunday, of SAing a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, obviously, Sean and Jay-Z's whole relationship is really being brought into question, and his, Jay-Z's involvement within, all of the Diddy Combs stuff is really... it's being questioned very heavily at the minute. But the anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the assault happened when she was driven into an MTV Video Music Awards after party. The federal lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant, and it was refiled on Sunday to include Carter. So the Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who has filed the suit, did not comment. Carter called the allegations idiotic in a lengthy statement on Sunday. We're going to go through that in just a moment. And that Busby was engaged in unprofessional behavior. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney Office said the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing the case when shown the NBC report on the lawsuit. Busby has filed several lawsuits within recent months. All have withheld their complainant's name, accusing Combs of assault and this is the first suit in which he has named another high-profile defendant. All right, so the federal prosecutors in New York criminally charged Combs in September with racketeering, trafficking, and other offences. He is behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after he was denied bail for a third time last month. Obviously, that's now been increased to a fourth time. His trial is scheduled for May 5th. Prosecutors said in a court hearing last month that they are in the process of potentially bringing more charges against Combs in a superseding indictment. Before the lawsuit was refiled on Sunday, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting the mediation or to resolve the matter. So basically, they were stating that if you don't pay out of court, we're going to take you to court and you're going to be filed. Busby wrote in the suit that in response to the letter to the NBC News has seen Carter filed his own lawsuit against the accuser's attorney. Busby wrote in the suit, "You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same," Carter added in his statement on Sunday. We're obviously going to read that in just a moment. So obviously, they're quite heinous accusations that have been made against Jay-Z. That of SAing a 13-year-old with Sean Combs in 2000 at an after party. And they're very serious allegations to be made. And obviously the whole thing looked very, very suspicious, okay? In my opinion, it looks very suspicious. I know a lot of people are kind of, stating that Jay-Z's involved. I'm going to withhold judgment on that because obviously there's no evidence to support that claim. But, for the whole, let's settle out of court business. And, Jay-Z's even gone on to, identify this or label this as blackmail, which to a degree it is. He stated that this is blackmail because if I don't pay you, you're going to take me to court and you're going to include me within a lawsuit. But Jay-Z did respond to this in very quick fashion, I must say. It came out and then he came out with this. So, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer," quote, lawyer there, note that, "named Tony Busby. What he calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle." Obviously, he's already under immense pressure, Jay-Z, by the public for his, for the idea that he might be involved with Sean Combs. So he's basically saying that's being used as leverage against him, which does kind of marry up, I suppose. "No, sir," he said. "It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud that you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one." Very interesting terminology there. And it does make sense. You know, if why, obviously for a civil case it ends with money, but a criminal case ends with jail time. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Obviously, he's directly referencing Tony Busby here and talking to him. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. Whew. My only heartbreak is for the family. For my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will likely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try and explain inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims of the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all, quote, celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect our children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics will believe your idiotic claims that you have levied against me. That if not for your seriousness surrounding harm to kids would be laughable. I mean, obviously it's a very scolding letter to write out, and I don't like to kind of, speculate on these kinds of things, but, Jay-Z makes a very fair point here. The claims made against him are serious, and for him to come out in such a bold, public fashion, instead of staying silent, obviously shuts down all speculation. Sort of. There will still be people that speculate whether this is just manipulation tactics, mind games, all the rest of it. But it does beg the question. Obviously, if the crimes are so serious, why do they demand almost like a ransom? Why do they demand money? Why are they not going down the criminal route as opposed to a civil route? Why are they demanding money to be settled out of court? Why are they giving them prior notice of them, the lawyer at least, giving Jay-Z prior notice of, writing him into a lawsuit and a claim, but the only way for him to get out of it is if he settles out of court and gives them a load of money. There's a lot of questions, and, Jay-Z makes some very fair points within this. If this was true, you'd want the person behind bars, not just paid off and with hush money. There may be some involvement with Jay-Z, no one actually knows. But let's not forget, Diddy's behind bars because there's a lot of evidence stacked against him. Jay-Z probably would have been investigated as well, and so far, he's not behind bars, so that may have a little bit of credibility on his end. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Let me know all of it. Jump to get the hell out of that like button if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.